Thank you very much for the floor, and good morning to everybody. It's really a pleasure to be here to meet all of you representatives of bio-based industry, but also I understand there are many scientists, researchers, innovators, as well as government officials at different levels, from region to national to European. And I'm really looking forward to discussion we have about the bio-based industry in general, and specifically on the topic of the partnership and future of partnership. And I think the topic of our discussion, the socio-economic effects, are really crucial in that discussion. In my presentation, I would like to support what my Deputy Director-General, Wolfgang Burcher, basically said as kind of general direction general issues that have to be addressed, future challenges. I would like to offer some evidence and food for thought. It was mentioned today already that the Commission is looking at sustainability with new energy and with new understanding of the urgency and magnitude of the problem. The Green Deal that was proposed by our new President von der Leyen will have comprehensive approach to this. So obviously there is climate dimension and the objective of climate neutrality by 2050, which is, as was said already, extremely ambitious and difficult objective. But I would like to show the possible elements of the Green Deal to show that it is not only climate, because there is understanding that the drivers that drive climate change also drive other environmental problems, including pollution, including depletion of resources, including other aspects like ecosystem degradation. So while we have a primary objective to reach climate neutrality, in the future the Commission wants to look also at other environmental aspects of sustainability. And there are two underlying principles that have to be taken into account. One is do no harm, so we have to look at trade-offs. We don't want to take any more actions that we will regret after 10 years, like we already had few examples in the past. So this no regret approach, I think, will have to be applied. And another aspect, another underlying horizontal objective is to make sure that the transition to climate neutral society is a just transition, that nobody is left behind. And it was mentioned by Wolfgang already that it is usually marginal region, rural regions that are somehow left aside in transformation processes, and there are asymmetries in costs and benefits. So when we look at carbon neutrality scenarios, and this is very new research. This was not done systematically in the past. This is from an article published about less than 2 weeks ago in Nature, where I saw the first kind of synthetic analysis of different climate neutrality scenarios. What would be effects on other environmental aspects like air pollution, ecosystem degradation, but also eutrophication, acidification, etc. So we see that indeed there is a lot of trade-offs, and bio-based solutions are not completely out of this picture. So we have to understand also what are trade-offs of our solution, bio-based solutions, with other aspects of sustainability. But there is a kind of I said that no regret approach is very important, and I think that where we are completely sure that that we can minimize the trade-offs and side effects, and we can really bring substantial benefits, is on this of this flow graph of biomass through European economy, and we can see that 600 megaton of biomass out of 2.2 megatons that are extracted from the nature, they end up as waste. And with this wastage, there are other negative effects. So, this is an area where if we work on this, how to use the biomass that is wasted, I think that we can minimize the environmental impacts, side effects, trade-offs that other uses of biomass may be associated to. So there is enormous potential, and the BBI has started work in this direction. Unfortunately, it is not as developed and has not progressed as other, I would say, other sources of biomass. For example, we don't have any flagship in that would use municipal waste or wastewater. So it's this is something where we believe that bioeconomy actually meets sustainability, and this is the circular approach, circular bioeconomy, circular bio-based systems, where the main source of biomass to be used is actually waste from other processes, waste from consumption, etc. So this is why in the future our partnership, we call it Circular Biobased Europe. So we would like, in the future, we would like to work more on this aspect of bio-based industry, how we can better utilize biomass waste. Another aspect that Wolfgang mentioned was the regional aspect. When we say that we want to accelerate transition, we have to ask the question how this transition may look like. Will it be something like digital transition? Will there be a Silicon Valley for bioeconomy? I don't think that this will be the case. And the reason is that bio-based systems are intrinsically linked to regions where biomass is produced. It does not make much sense to transport biomass for long distances, etc. The link to primary producers is also very important. So the transition to bioeconomy in Europe will probably look like bioeconomy projects popping up in different regions, mainly rural regions close to source of biomass. And what we have to do is support these regions and regional partners to be able to apply the innovation and introduce it in their context, be it in agriculture regions, be it in forestry regions, coastal regions, in cities, where in those different parts, different kind of biomass and different kind of waste is present. So we have to start this transition process, and industry will obviously play the key role, but I think that industry cannot be alone, cannot be the only agent of change. What is needed, as it was mentioned already, is collaboration between other important actors, and obviously the most important is the producers of biomass, regional actors that can actually supply what is needed to the industry. But I think that equally important actor is actually regional authorities, because their objective is a balanced, harmonious development of the region. So they can be facilitators between industry and other actors. They can actually plan, support, facilitate collaboration, etc. So these regional actors, regional authorities, at certain places it may be cities, urban authorities, local authorities. Somewhere it may be even national authorities, depending on the size, competencies, etc. But involvement of these public actors that may play different roles, from facilitation to actually, for example, ensuring sustainability, ensuring that potential negative impact, for example, on ecosystems, are prevented, that their presence in the partnership is very important. Another important actor is knowledge providers, universities, research institutes, innovative companies, consultancies, etc. We need to make sure that all the knowledge in this area is available and has access to these processes, so that we use the potential that exists, and this potential is involved in local and regional initiatives. Oh, yes, this is my last slide, in fact. So the last partner, investors, obviously we don't want to stop support of innovation only in early stage. We want replication, and investors play a very important role. And investors are interested, but they are telling us we don't see enough projects, bankable projects. So we need to bring them in so that potential project sponsors understand the needs of investors, and in their collaboration, projects are developed, project development is supported. So that is what we think about the future partnership. These are the two issues that we have to address to bring partnership to the area of circularity, to use the most obvious source of biomass, which is biological waste. There is plenty of it. So how we can make bio-industry more circular, and the other aspect is how we can make other important partners to be involved, but also benefit from the bioeconomy transition, so that everybody is interested, everybody plays, everybody contributes. Thank you very much for your attention.